These are your fellow IRK team members, Pato?
Yeah, my homies.
And the map maker has joined us in the game for now. Shout out to Minerals. He's invited some of his map maker friends to join us, including Freakling, who's the famous foreign map maker. He made maps like Intercoven and a bunch of others. And they're sponsoring show matches, which is really cool. It'd be nice to get more map makers to come and sponsor show matches on their maps and help cast the games. Any predictions? Dewalt versus Trutacz, best of 5.
It is
Would you
really
think it's 3-0 for Dewalt?
it is really hard to say because they are two of the best foreign players in my opinion.
Isn't
Uh,
Dewalt like top 3, and is Trutacz in the top 5 or no?
yeah, nowadays I think the Walt is getting it. He's for sure top 3 or top 5 foreign, in my opinion.
My opinion would be these guys are both in the top 3. I'd put
Bonnie,
Bonnet,
yeah,
Dewalt, Trutacz, kind of in the
Dewalt.
same tier.
Suzuki wouldn't be in the top 3 for you?
No, he's up
Not
there
yet.
too. But he's got to like prove himself. He's been more active of late. But BSL 10, we'll see how he does. He's been killing ladder.
We got a Suzuki versus Dewalt if you want to see that.
Oh wow, that's a sexy matchup.
Suzuki was the best foreign player a couple of years
We got
ago.
Dandy versus Suzuki. We got Suzuki versus Trutacz. Just name it, man.
Suzuki grinding it out with the show matches and ladder.
He just got a new mouse and keyboard, so he's taking a 1-week break before he plays Ample.
Oh, who did Ample play against?
We've had him in one show match against Scan TVT.
Got it.
Well, Ample was ranked 1 in the global ladder, so he was in the KT pro team. So
is that right?
Yep. Along with Nadra and Flash. So
is he an old school player?
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember the name back then. That's cool to know.
Because he was an amateur player. He was a B member.
And he's still like super good, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody told me he's 2600 on ladder.
Well, he was ranked 1 in global. So he is really good.
So this is the first time they're playing on this map, I think.
Oh, it's nice that there's a gas at Trutacz is 3rd. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if Minerals would consider that a 3rd. Or if the expansion where the temple is.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, the temple. And the Charmander's in the middle of this map, you said?
Yeah, have you revealed the map?
I haven't seen the Charmander yet.
if you click on the diplomacy menu, Alt C with the handshake
Oh, there it
icon,
is. Yep, I see it.
you can
That's
select
cool.
reveal entire map.
How long does that take to honestly do that?
Mineral should hop on in a minute or two. He just got off work and having a beer. So those zealots are
Trutacz.
going to be picked off.
Yeah, he delayed it nicely, but the hatchery just came up and he's gonna mine it. So, pretty nice job from Trutacz here, fending this off. Two more on the way.
It seems like no matter how successful your zealots are, the point is to force them to make zerglings.
Exactly.
Like if you get some kills, that's great, but you just want to force them to make zerglings, and I
Yeah,
guess Zerg wants to try not to overmake zerglings.
exactly. I mean, look at Trutouch. He's got four remaining. Everything else it looks like are drones. So not a bad job uh, in terms of Zergling output. So Trutouch seeing everything. Dewalt trying to peek out here, seeing how many lings there are. He's a little bit wary because Trutouch does have speed, but seeing that there's only four, he decides to come out. To your point, he's going to be trying to force more lings to be made instead of drones.
¿Agregaste propina? Sí. Okay. Lo recojo y nada más. Sí.
And the zealots are back. Ooh, got one. Hello, Pato's dog, number one.
Yeah.
He's got two dogs, and apparently they don't like each other.
What are their names?
Yeah, Pato, what are the names of your dogs?
Sorry, I muted the mic because they will start barking non-stop.
Oh, that's all good, man. Anything goes here, man.
Their
We
name
appreciate you.
are Taz and Bruno.
That's
Bruno will be like a Spanish name for Bruce, like Bruce Wayne. And Taz is like, Tasmania, the devil.
okay, it sounds like they would bite me.
No, they are. Well, one of them might, but the other one is.
I'm a Protoss user. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I train to kill
Not like
Protoss as well.
Click,
But.
click.
¿Estás con cámara? No. ¿Cámara? No.
More zealots. +1 is about to finish. I guess he just didn't want to wait.
¿Me guardas? ¿Cómo? ¿Me guardas, please? Okay. Gracias.
What country is Trutacz from? In Europe.
Trutouch is from
Poland.
Poland.
Is that right? That's cool. So two top Zerg players from Poland, as far as I know, Suzuki and Trutacz.
Sigi is Hungary, no Poland.
Oh, okay. And I heard that wrong. Eastern Europe always had some strong Brood War players back in the day.
Now it's Mondragon, Fisheye from Germany. Breakdown.
Commentary from the map maker. Pirating Charmander on a StarCraft map. So Dewalt has quite the supply, or maybe this is normal.
No, he's been pumping 6 gates. Now he's on to 8 gates.
Nice dodging of the
So
storm.
his macro is insane. Look at Dewalt. He's building some minerals right now, but his macro is insane. He's got a 38 plus food lead. Trutacz is just trying to buy some time here. Because his drone count is just kicking in. So he's desperately just trying to buy some time while Dewalt has a crap ton of units pouring down. Looks like he's got 2 storms and 2 full control groups of Zealots. It's gonna be tough to defend.
Ouch.
Okay.
Dewalt is pumping units. Look at all these units coming out. Nice pick off from the high tempo. Trutacz might have just enough to defend this. But lost too many drones. Wow, his drone count is only 29 now. I think before that attack it was at 42-ish.
I wasn't paying attention to the drone count.
Yeah. This map is interesting because at the third, it's like 2 entrances. So it's like 2 points that you gotta defend, which makes it really difficult in DVP to be able to defend there. I think 3 o'clock, or maybe that temple base, might be more efficient. There's too many units from Dewalt. He's like a Korean. Look at the way he macros. Insane. He's literally double Trutouch's food count. Not much Trutouch can do here.
Judging by how it's going, you would predict a 3-0 for Dewalt.
Nah, I wouldn't count Trutouch out. I mean, he plays like a Korean too. I think this game it was just kind of the early pressure from Dewalt with the Zealots stalling.
Is Mass Hydralisk like the only thing that you can do? Do you not mix them up with Zerglings?
JJ! For Trutouch taps out game 1. Hello, my friends.
What up, man?
Trutouch is hating your map right now.
He's doing good.
That's a cool map.
Dewalt is just quite a practiced fellow these days.
So we got another map made by Minerals, and it's in the STPL map competition. called Blindside. I like it. It gives me kind of like a chilly winter greenish feel.
Winter jungle.
Maps are cool, man. I think they transport you, right? In
All
time and
right,
place.
here we are on game 2 of Dewalt versus Trutacz.
A little Christmas tree. You and your trees behind the mineral lines.
Is that your trademark, minerals?
Trees are nice. I like trees. All sorts of trees, really.
There's all kinds of small aesthetic details that map makers agonize over and spend time, like embedding in maps. But
Yeah.
I think 99% of players, one, they don't like to play new maps and learn them, and two, it's just the functionality of it that they care about. So the small little details gets overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, um, I really enjoy decorating maps a bit. I like how StarCraft 2 maps look. They look really visually appealing as compared to Brood War maps. They're pretty plain sometimes, but there's a fine line between too much decoration and if there's too many trees, then it kind of messes with players' eyes, I guess. So sometimes only 2 trees fit in a mineral field, and I just try to make sure they work. Actually,
The,
Scan is not a fan of the trees. Scan told me that I need to remove the trees from this map.
said something about the trees, yeah, behind the mineral
He
lines.
would say that. You know what he would say?
Scan's
He
only
would say
advice
that
about
the
this map is
trees.
removing the trees.
He would say that the trees somehow delay your mining, and say that like it's ridiculous that you have trees there.
So one thing that
Yeah.
Minerals does differently that we've noticed based on Charmander and Blindside is his ramps. So this ramp, what would you call it? Triangular? Basically goes up and down, right?
The mini
Oh,
ramp,
interesting.
It's not even a full ramp. So on top of that ramp, there's high ground vision, but or there's actually medium ground vision. So in map making, there's low ground, medium ground, and high ground, and then very high ground. But low ground is where your base is. High ground is where the top of a ramp is, or medium ground is where the top of the ramp is. High ground is like extra high ground, kind of. So you can actually hide overlords there. Um, Modify those tiles so the medium ground won't see above where it usually would see.
So they haven't played on this map and they're getting a feel for it. One of the reasons it's called Blindside is the little pads you see in the middle. Your vision, I think ground units vision at least, is restricted, right?
Right. Yeah, it's
You
similar
can't
to the
see it.
ASL map Whiteout.
Oh, okay. Which is really cool.
Kind of risky moving in there without an observer overlord or high ground vision. Hard to micro control or even see how many units are in the
You're definitely
players.
not a conservative when it comes to map making, right? I think you try to push the boundaries. What's possible.
Well, there's one thing about making maps. You want to make games that are exciting, right? My job is to create something that is awesome for people. And then the rest. I mean, one aspect about this map that I was really trying to exploit on is having a bunch of different avenues, little alleyways, creating different little fields. Okay. But we see Dewalt going for standard fast expand, cybernet forged fast expand. One cannon, cybernetic core just about to finish. Scouting probe still alive. Seeing that the layer is started. Almost losing that probe there. One or two more hits and it's down.
Is that an early Citadel? Or that's just about right?
That's about right.
I think
You
I would
can
say
go.
it's a little
You can
early.
go Citadel before
Before
Stargate or afterwards. Usually, your first 100 gas goes to, or when I play, first 100 gas goes to +1 attack. And Stargate then Forge, but Dewalt went for Citadel first and then Stargate.
Can you look out that window? That thing? Is that easy? No, not really. Get it for a second. I would drink. I'm gonna be on here for a minute.
So we see Trutacz taking his third base, fourth hatchery going down. Got the spire halfway done. Still hasn't started his +1 attack yet, which is surprising. Happened to go for his Templar Archives and Stargate first, or in Corsair first. Generally, I don't know how they play nowadays, but Hunter Gas always went to Forge Knight. Maybe what I was taught. Trutacz is 3 Zerglings, doing a little bit of harassment here or there. One probe so far. Second. Going for a third. Nope.
I love how they're just scouting all around. What the fuck is going on?
Probably thinking, I don't know, what do you think they're thinking right now?
Nothing negative. Just getting a feel for what's around them.
Got Dewalt going through the center of the map with the Dark Templar. Gonna go poke around, probably see what's going on a little more. He's got pretty good vision of what's going on with his Corsair. Idea. Hydralisk stands down. Fifth hatchery is about to finish.
Sneaky BT. Is he gonna get one?
Sneaky snake. Like Trutacz is SimCity there at third base, that evolution chamber between the minerals and the hatchery.
Right.
Not playing a map before, you know, instinctual SimCity seems to
Neat.
be working well, and that's something I try to go for with my maps is definitely having, you know, standard chokes and whatnot. So like players can play standard, like Trutacz, say, his natural choke right now, kind of equivalent of what you have on Fighting Spirit. It's really interesting wall placement of his Citadel.
Does anybody know if Dewalt just does the same kind of strat and build?
No, he changes.
It's cool.
He knows Trutacz as well, so maybe sometimes he just does a customized build order just for him, because he knows how Trutacz is playing if he plays Mutas.
They practice a lot together, or no?
Yeah, yeah. The A team trains a lot together as well, so
It's cool.
and they're both very active on clan wars as well. They play each clan war. So
Dewalt pushing out, taking the high little mini ramp area thing there. And Dewalt losing one Scourge. Touch losing an Overlord. Dewalt running through the blind area right now, going to hit Trutouch's fourth base. Getting a couple Hydras, gonna grab them, running in. Going to snipe that hatchery. His forces are being split up. Hydralisk coming to hit from the backside. Drones running. Couple zealots hitting the hatchery. Couple zealots hitting the Hydralisk up front. Couple hitting the Hydras in the back. Taking down that gas.
I don't know why he's attacking the gas.
Awesome storms there. That gas is probably things the zealots saw, which is Ali and Hydralisk coming out to fight the battle, defending advantage. Some good control, kind of dodging the storms. Walt's army is still pretty strong, but Trutacz still has defending advantage. Got some pretty good movement on his Hydralisk, getting his money's worth out of him.
He's got 50 drones.
Walt running and jumping on the storm on the drone, losing 2 of those drones only. Splitting those drones up, that was actually nice. And the Hydra is actually pushing the Zealots back. Zealots coming and pushing back on the Hydralisk. Trutacz will clean it up. Losing the hatchery, losing his third gas. Walt backs off, having 1 hero High Templar running away with 5 kills on that. Behind that, Dewalt took his third expansion, and Dewalt having a Dark Templar drop. Coming into Trutouch's main right now. Trutouch's hive has finished. 4 drones right now. Dark Templar running in Trutouch's main. 1, 2, 3. He hasn't seen the Dark Templar yet. Working on retaking his 4th. Oh, the mineral line going down. And Trutouch gets a notification that his bases are under attack. Total of 14 drones goes down so far, hitting with fire. And Templar gets the 15th drone. Dewalt's sitting pretty comfortable after this. His pro count, I guess the saturation is main doesn't really matter right now. There's really saturated well. Both players kind of just sitting back. Dewalt sitting pretty comfortably on 2, 4, 6, 8 gateways. 101 upgrades plus attack about to finish. Trutach's Defiler mound going down. A couple of lurkers sitting idle in his base, just hanging out. Interesting there. Dewalt pushing through the center. A couple of Zerglings gonna be scouting that. Trutach, a bunch of creep colonies and Sunkens down. Pretty strong static defense. He's got lurkers on top of the high ground. Looking like he's gonna be pushing up with 2 observers. There's no observers right now, storming those lurkers. There's an observer coming up from the back side. Well, looking like he's wanting to push into this pretty heavy static defense. A few lurkers and Sunkens back there. Got the high ground advantage, I guess, while his dragoons are sitting up there. Lurkers are dying the zealots are dying pretty quickly. More lurkers burrowing. Good amount of storms coming off. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to break this. Picking up. Mass amount of Zerlings coming to hit the dragoons with their crackling upgrade. And coming to flank from the backside. Dragoons are not very good against this. And Dewalt's units will fall. Trutacz pushes him back, defends once again.
"54 drones." Need more drones.
This is not looking good for Dewalt.
Thank you for explaining that to me, because I was wondering, Trutacz is catching up in supply. Dewalt is unable to break him.
Yeah, I'm guessing that from now on it's more about Trutacz game.
Trutacz has 1 armor. The Vault's upgrades aren't bad.
His upgrading drop upgrade. He has the fighter mount, so basically he has an idle canal. So I'm guessing he will stop dropping and attacking multiple locations with the filers and cracklings.
No.
Yeah, the one thing I told you yesterday. Trutacz will do it, and you will see how invite is.
Yeah, Soul. Well, he didn't drop
No,
snow. I think he just got in his base with some Zerglings, but
Age didn't use the fighter, sadly. He did drop though. So Dewalt is doing arbiters, which is nice, and he has lots of gates and a really good sim city. But here it comes the first filer.
he's got so many Zealots.
Yeah, but he has to waste too many storms just to kill 2 lurkers. It's insane. The trade he must do just for 2 lurkers. At the same time he's dropping the main. So
Oh man,
Reserve.
Trutacz dropping in the main, also hitting the 9 o'clock expansion. Dewalt vigorously defending it.
I think he threw like 6 storms or 7 storms just for 4 lurkers.
On the ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably thought that more units were coming.
Do Zerg users ever complain that they have to upgrade out of like more than one building to cover Zerglings and Hydralisks and all that? Whereas Protoss, you get an upgrade out of a forge, it applies to all your ground units.
I mean, if you get an upgrade out of your evolution chambers. I
Because
mean,
you
your
have to
evolution
upgrade
chambers.
Zerglings and Hydralisks separately, at least the attack.
I mean, Protoss also have their shield, so they also have 3 upgrades out of their forge. So it's also more beneficial to have 2 forges instead of rather than 2 bows instead of 1.
Dewalt supply just exploded.
Well, he has too many gateways.
Oh my god, so many workers. Big
Yeah.
3.
But he's gonna get.
While scouting this this mass lurker over here, Trutacz canceling. Probably smart move there. Sniping down the observers of Dewalt. No observers here, but there are no lurkers to push back. Dewalt pushing up back into the center. With an Arbiter entering the battlefield.
I love these ramps. You place them in perfect spots where they get a lot of action.
You know, I like my ramps like I like my bitches. They get lots of action. And Arbiter going down. Dewalt pushing up the right side. Good storms going off right there. Taking out a good handful of wings. Another storm. Just mashing through some Hydralisks. Looks like Trutacz is going to be defending this. His static defense is really great with those Sunsons there. I really like that. Trutacz going to... He might be trying to expand in the top left center expansion. Dewalt isn't up that way. Doesn't scout it, but probably knows. Probably wants to take that expansion himself. Going to be taking that expansion. Hatchery hopefully is canceled. Here it is.
I mean, those are strong upgrades to go up against. 2, 1, 3.
Trutacz has just mined out his third base. His natural's still kind of mining, but the top left is his last mining base at the moment. While Dewalt is mining off 1, 2, 2 bases that are fully mining, as well as third is mine out, but to the top left. Trutacz just doesn't have enough units to hold this army back. Those lurkers are really getting a lot of damage off, though.
Yeah, you think it'd be easier to hold because there's that bottleneck choke that you could place a bunch of lurkers and stuff, but he didn't have many
We're in
units.
position, though.
The wall keeps sending his arbiter in the middle of the surface.
Yeah, Dewalt's really good about spreading his attacks out. While he's attacking the top left and Trutacz is going to defend that, he's sending a handful of zealots to the 3 o'clock position, and they're really doing work. They're being defended by a couple units right now, but usually as a Zerg player, you want to spread your opponents out, but Dewalt's his zealots like they're Zerglings. Look at him go. Meanwhile, Trutacz looks like he is denying Dewalt's 6th base. Is canceled. Potentially going for a drop here. We have a single High Templar going over here. Gonna be taking him down.
If he can get a Defiler and a group of Lings, he could easily take out one of those expansions.
If there aren't any zealots there.
Yeah.
Storms.
He's usually pretty close to his bases with zealots, isn't he?
Could be.
Trutacz has quite a number of lurkers finishing and burrowing. Looks like he wants to be taking this bottom right center expansion. Drone coming down. Looks like Dewalt's going to be getting poked by a lurker, but
Plague. Maybe we'll see a swarm. Oh, that was such a good plague.
Dewalt deciding to not run into the massive lurkers, running around on the ramps.
The plague does nothing. I love McBain and Simpsons. The goggles do nothing.
Trutacz actually has a pretty good defense here with a handful of sunkens and lurkers behind that hatchery. So he might be able to defend this. Oh, it's really close. Archons are really strong with another storm.
He had a whole army there, man, and it all went away to 4 lurkers.
Yeah, this is a hard position to attack into.
Oh my god, you have a bear on this map.
And taking down those observers.
Yeah, I like to check out the bear on Pato's system because it looks fatter. It looks well fed. 98 graphics, it's kind of skimpy looking. Its fur isn't as bright. It looks kind of dirty.
He's feeling safe that Dandy isn't around.
So Dewalt coming in to attack this 3 o'clock position again. He's got a nice composition of units. He doesn't have any observers in there. A couple lurkers going down. Not gonna be able to push them back. Holding the high ground really well. Trutacz going in to make sure there's no observers in sight.
It's so funny seeing that little space high ground in between the 2 ramps. These ramps have seen a lot of action.
Yeah, it's a nice little area to fight over right there.
Get out of there,
Well,
or sit down.
I'll go on to attack the bottom right center expansion.
Oh my god.
Observer does not go down.
Spikes. It lives. It lives.
We taking this expansion down. Trutacz going to, and a lot of storms going down. Only one of them connecting mildly. And Trutacz tapped out. Game 2. That's a Dewalt. Dewalt takes a series, or the series is 2-0 to Dewalt right now.
Yeah,
One
that's
sec.
right. You got it.
Dewalt, the man toss, holding it down right now. Or Russia.
When he wins a show match, he usually sends me the replays because the winner has to, and then he uses the muscle emoji.
All right, let's go into game 3. What map are they playing on? I think they were switching out. They're playing on Charmander again?
You have to join and see. But yes. All by your house.
It's really nice to have the opportunity to have skilled players play and help me test these maps.
All right. Well, this is going to be your promotional video too.
Did we lose Gyra?
Yeah, I think he probably went to play 2s.
3 on Charmander. Dewalt versus Trutacz.
TT.
This a rematch?
It's a best
And
of,
this is a
and they go back
5.
and forth playing on Charmander and Blindside.
Okay.
And in the top left position, we have Dewalt. the man Protoss himself as the teal Protoss. And in the bottom right, we have Trutacz as the white tan Zerg himself, representing Poland. You guys know, so these maps are being tested in this game. Maps are currently still a work in progress. Double play to see how they really play out. They could be entered into the STPL Season 4 map pool.
That'd be cool.
Curious to see how these guys are playing on this map. Dewalt going for the fastest span again. He did before. He has the same spawning positions as the first game.
It's a different replay, I promise. It's titled Game 3.
I know it's a different play, but
Yeah, but
Is it
I'm
the
always
same
nervous
map?
about it when they're spawning in the same places, and I think they're the exact same colors as well.
Mm-hmm. Deja vu, my friend.
I don't think TT went pool
So
first.
we see Dewalt going for a gateway expand this time rather than a forward expand.
You sound like a robot. I love it. Why was I programmed to feel pain? Your voice just cuts out a little bit, so it sounds like a robot is talking. Red Protoss Temple.
Is this better?
I noticed some critters on this map.
Hello? Is this better?
I can
Does
hear.
my mic sound better now?
Oh, it was fine before. I was just teasing it. It had kind of like a robotic sound to it sometimes. Like there'd be a little mini delay, and your
Me
voice.
and Zucker go back.
Probe harass. Pissing off. That's. Did you keep the trees behind the mineral lines?
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
trees all day.
I think I sent you like Scan's comment too. It was so silly. He was like, "Stupid tree,"
Yeah.
and in my mind, it like pissed him off in the game, so it made it really funny.
Well, in his defense, he was playing on a version that I'm constantly updating my maps, right? And he was playing on a version that I accidentally put out with some trees like directly right next to his command center. So
Oh, I see.
he definitely had room to complain.
That's funny.
Instantly fix that. So we see Dewalt was taking the backside position with that zealot, deciding to move out for some reason. Oh, to join the second zealot, getting some harassing, and one Zerglin goes down.
Counter.
He tried to wrap around, wasn't able to make it. Handful of Zerglings run across the map. Speed is 50% done. Dewalt is prepared for a Zergling there. The cannon a quarter of the way done. Really nice to see players. I enjoy watching players play on this map and not complain about the two entrances into the main base. But you see Trutacz hitting the gateway, wanting to take the gateway down, maybe to run by. Just picking, poking, running away. Hanging out on that sexy Ashwood Bridge. Where did that come from?
It is kind of sexy.
Never seen that before.
Ragnus?
Right in that bridge. A lot of attempts at actual bridges. Might not tooting any horns, but that might be the best one I've seen. Trutacz poking away with those Zerglings, seeing there's still only one cannon. Dewalt not overextending with his defense. Trutacz also seeing with his Overlord everything that Dewalt's doing. Stargate's going down. No Citadel but doing this yet. Last game he went for the Citadel very quick. This game he hasn't dropped it yet. He went for the Stargate first. Little different builds here.
Right. And those are the variations Pato was talking about. Oh man, he's killing the Protoss temple.
No, Protoss cannibalism at its finest, my friends.
Like a little
Man
hole
tossed
there.
himself. Eats temples. The reason I used the temple here was because it's the closest thing that looks to destructible rock. Frequently suggested that I use. Yeah.
Between like
Frequently suggested I use like a
ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and
uh-huh.
images and Protoss when I come to think about it. Like they're images that almost look like Zealots. They're like pharaohs though, right? Some similarities.
You could view things as ancient when really they may have been out of this world, man. Humans didn't build pyramids, okay?
Stop it.
It was Corsairs and
Controversial.
Zealots. It was Zealots with +3 attack. They building the planets in ancient Egypt. Where they
Somebody asked me for my zodiac sign today. Just stop it, you people.
My zodiac sign is a stop sign. Sometimes I'm a yield.
Squirt. I wish you could take out that
Sometimes
forge.
I'm a yellow light. And we see Dewalt pushing back with his finish. Trutacz was doing damage on his back up. He can take out the forge. He could do anything he wants. He's a strong. I can't wait. I can't believe he's just letting it upgrade like that. This is a strong point of a, kind of a hydro pressure is taking the forge down, taking the gateway down. Allowing the plus one to finish is really crucial because Zealots kill Zerglings in 2 hits rather than 3.
Some
Kill Hydroless.
don't upgrade out of the forge because they're worried it's going to be taken out before the upgrade finishes.
I've noticed that Snow in the past few months has been going for a forge or a gateway expand in his base, and then a cybernetics core instead of a forge at his wall. So he can get the +1 will always finish. It looks kind of risky, but he plays it off really well. We see Dewalt pushing Trutacz back.
Snow.
Playing it safe.
He could put a Nexus there and he'd probably still win.
Just poking at Trutacz a little bit.
Good.
Trying to pull back. Very smooth. Let me see. Trutacz has 6 hatches down. Gonna be pumping real hard, real quick. Getting his 3rd gas about to be finishing here soon.
Rhinodon.
So, I'll let you know that that free-for-all map I'm working on for you guys is
Sweet.
actually gonna have quite a few critters in it. Maybe like 20 or 30 in the middle.
Well, that's best news I've heard all day. It's supposed to be
Be
for
interesting.
fun, right? So I don't think anybody can really complain.
Be interesting to like make a trigger. Like if you kill a critter, you get like 50 minerals, so you can like run around and hunt them and like get money.
Oh, that's just sick, man. You're
Would
sick.
that be
sick
cooler?
dude.
That be cool or what?
Can you make them explosive? That's not possible, right?
No, no, I can't do anything like that without money.
What if they're infested Terrans just walking around?
Well, then they wouldn't.
Fucked up if suddenly like a bunch of infested Terrans
I was
start.
thinking about putting like neutral units like Warcraft 3. Like say like in like a gold expansion, right? Like a really strong expansion, but you'd have to fight through a handful of zealots and archons to get it.
Right. That's smart.
But if you but there's actually you'd be able to manipulate that. So like if you ran a probe into them, they would chase a probe and you could run a probe into your opponent's base. And then your opponent would have to fight them early game, you know. So it's not really viable. But we see Dewalt and Trutacz having a minor kiss and tell in the middle of the map. Trutacz pulling back, seeing that these zealots are a little fierce.
I like his supply, man. He's almost caught up. Well,
We got a DT in 3 o'clock position hitting those.
took out 2 temps.
It's taking out the Templars, but the DT is taking out all the drones in the 3 o'clock position.
God.
Yeah, he did. 7 kills, 8 kills, 9.
An hour.
Oh man.
3 o'clock position having a lot of pressure on it.
Leave the
These
critter alone.
2 hatcheries finishing, and looks like these hydras are coming to defend it, but the zealots look like they're gonna take it out. So close. Is he gonna grab it? Looks like it's gonna go down. And that last hit,
Looks like he killed it.
but was it really worth it? 10 zealots for 1 hatchery?
Was it worth it, Pato?
Hmm.
Answer is yes.
Yeah, sorry, I have my mic muted.
No, it's okay, man. I'm just joking. I didn't expect you to answer.
I mean, I honestly, I don't think that was really worth it in my eyes because Trutacz already has a 3rd base up and running. That was basically a macro hatchery he wasted 10 zealots on. I mean, I guess it might have a little bit of a delayed mining experience there. That was a good handful of units to be wasting on that.
He's trading minerals for gas too, I guess.
Yeah, so Dewalt's taking the 9 o'clock position. Trutacz looks like he wants to poke at it, see what's going on over there. Look at that Charmander in the middle of the map.
Trutacz has such magnificent macro.
He also has really good unit control. Sniped both those observers before he ran away from that army. Dewalt expanding behind this. And we see Dewalt going to poke at the 6 o'clock position. Pretty well defended with, I mean, even just a couple Funkins there. No units. Oh, might actually be able to break into this. A couple hatcheries coming, or a couple hydras coming down to poke around the backside. No storms going off on those drones, surprisingly. Saving them for the hydras. a good storm off there. Up to the high ground. There's a handful of workers up there in Hydralisk. I don't know, might not be the best idea, and he pulls back. Trutacz looks like he's holding his ground here, pushing Dewalt back, while Dewalt is still expanding behind this. The Nexus has finished. Is transferring. +2, Dewalt +2 attack is finishing. We're halfway done. Well, Trutacz is sitting at 1-2 upgrades. 2 attack for Hydra. Trutouch's Defiler Mound is going down. And we see Zerg sitting at 9 hatcheries right now. That's a hell of a lot of macro. While Dewalt's sitting at 11 gateways.
Oh, the DT. Save your drones, man.
But where?
3 o'clock.
Oh my god. Not again. Trutacz deciding to actually see the DT with 6 or 7 overlords. You can
Such
see
a
that.
bloodsucker. He parks somewhere where he can kill one by one.
Dewalt going to pick at the 6 o'clock position. It's going to be really hard to take down. A lot of Zerglings coming out. Don't work on them Dragoons.
I like how he parked his lurkers up there. He wants to make sure your high ground sees some action. Well, it's like, what the fuck's going up here?
My hill.
One armor on the Zerglings, and Protoss is 1-1-2. I feel like Trutacz doesn't upgrade early and enough.
What up, fellas?
He's been focusing on his upgrade mostly on his spines. He's got +2 spines finishing here in a second. I mean, surprised he hasn't went for melee, but going for the spines, I guess, solidifies your defense more. As when you go for melee, you're kind of solidifying your offense and harassment a lot more, I would think. Well, looking like he was wanting to push down to the 3 o'clock position again, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to break that. A few lurkers and sunkens there. I'd say Trutacz looks pretty fucking strong in this right now.
There are 4 entrances to this expansion here.
Well, technically 3. Those 2 ramps are like really one position.
Yeah, that's true. And he came through 2 of them.
And Dewalt going to push in, deciding that he thinks he can take this choke. Trutacz says, nope. I have Zerglings. They're really cheap, and I have a lot of them.
He kind of got stuck behind his Dragoons. Or maybe he intended that. But I guess when there's more ramps like that, you could just use both of them and get more units in faster, right?
I'll have to say, even the Mantos himself probably doesn't intentionally get everything cluttered up behind his Dragoons.
Is that what he's called, the Mantos?
I think that's what they call him.
I think Trutacz call him the Boitas.
Oh
No, I'm just kidding. It's a bullshit rumor. I'm just trying to create shit. Haskell's gonna get on and be like, no, we're not gonna have any of that.
Boitas himself killing an Overlord in the top right.
Come on, man. Overlords did nothing. There's a drone too in the top right. It's chilling.
Ooh. Sneaky little drone.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Man,
it's just...
3 o'clock position looks really heavy right now. Lurkers, that's 4 hatcheries. That's a big macro base there. It has a lot of value. Dewalt looks like he really wants to push in. take this out. Storm's doing a lot of damage on those Zerglings. Swarm's coming up finally from this Trutacz. You're gonna see some beautiful plagues. Oh, Trutacz dodges that storm. Really nice. Oh, heavy storm, heavy storm. Gotta move. Looks like Dewalt's gonna be breaking this, and he backs up. Trutacz pushes him back.
Who's really winning right now? Is it Zerg?
It looks like it's a pretty even game. Trutacz just took his mineral-only base in the backside of his base.
Oh, Trutacz is ahead in supply.
Oh.
That's the first time, right?
Oh.
Is this how like PvZ works? Protoss is, aggressor, a lot of exchanges, and then if Zerg wins at mid to late game, it sort of starts being more aggressive.
Yeah, I think Zerg kind of turtles and gets the macro hatcheries and defense
That's the
up.
pick up, huh?
And then once the tech's up, then it can just like macro hardcore and just keep pushing different fronts, the left and the right and the left and the right over and over again. See Trutacz taking the top right main base. Yeah, I don't really know who's actually winning here. Dewalt's army mostly consists of Zealots and High Templars. No Dragoons to be seen in sight. And Dragoons are a really good staple in this army. I mean, not necessarily against color magic, but lurkers, hydras, support. And we got a little engagement going on. A couple Zerglings picking and poking, running away, wasting the storm. We got Mass Defiler swimming going on. Let's see if we're gonna see it. And we got the first plague of the game. Plague. Ooh. So it's getting damaged pretty heavily. Pulled into a couple of lurkers and then running away. Oh, looks like he's going to be hitting the top side of this expansion as well as the left side. I have to say, Trutacz looks like he's really going to be holding it down, dropping a couple lurkers. Oh, observers to be seen. Arms going down, but... And another plague! The Zerg units go down, but Toss is feeling pretty bruised right now.
Trutacz is still ahead in supply. I don't know what that means. I'm going.
I think the man Zerg has met the boy Toss.
Don't start shit, man. We'll get in trouble. Tato is their team member, so he'll tell them.
If you feed the fire, you might have another rematch. And we have Trutacz running and surrounding, flanking Dewalt's army.
Nice dodging.
A lot of Zerglings. Some really good storms. Taking a lot of Zerglings down, and Dewalt's going to be taking the heat on that one.
Somebody
Invisible.
Funny about good storms is basically the units just like stood there and took it.
I
like
saw
there's
an
nothing
article.
strategic about putting storms up,
I saw an article on Team Liquid today talking about best Protoss versus Zerg, saying that he's been using a lot more Archon instead of Storms because Maelstrom, Zergs can't dodge Maelstrom. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And we have another engagement going on. Another big plague.
Lego.
Another big plague. All going to backing up into a handful of Zerglings. Looks like the Templars are going to be sniped. And
It
no
looks like
Templars
the
are sniped.
lava. Looks like the lava just went on the Protoss units.
That was a really good storm there. Another storm.
Isn't it weird how Dewalt has a expansion right below Trutacz's? at 1 o'clock. And now his Hydralisks are attacking his assimilator. He's like, what the fuck? There's an expansion down here?
Trutacz with the counter flank die display.
I don't know if they knew about each other's expansions. Doesn't look like it.
And Dewalt actually looks like he might be holding this off. Maybe? No? I don't know. Those cannons aren't going to do much under the swarm. And look at these Templar and Defiler hanging out next to each other. What a cute couple. Another play. Looks like Trutacz is going to be taking down Dewalt's base in the top right natural expansion, while Dewalt is pushing the bottom left natural, denying any expansion that's going to be going on there. You know, definitely getting his money's worth with these lurker hit spines. And who's really up in this game? Supplies are about even. Cons are heavy. I think Trutacz is going to contain Dewalt's army in the bottom left main base. What a good contain. I mean, even if he's not containing them, he's still just ripping through these zealots with his spines. Trutacz's 32 Zerglings also running through the map, just hacking through some zealots. Trutacz just looks like he's just pumping units.
Huh.
And Dewalt just tearing through Trutacz's army. All the supplies, for all the reinforcements. These Archons are just so strong. 2-3 Archons. 19 kills. 15 kills. 11 kills. 19 kills. 11 kills. 11 kills. Archon's doing work, son.
Dewalt's running on 2 bases. Trying to get his third.
Trutacz sitting kindly on 3 bases.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And Trutacz looks like he's honing in on Dewalt's last remaining army. Are these Lurkers going to do the damage? It looks like they're going to take him out. Dewalt's remaining army is going down and dwindling, and Dewalt taps out. Trutacz taking game 4.
Does he clearly have that, though?
Tying the series. Yeah, that might have been a preemptive GG there. I don't know if that was completely over. He might have thought that Trutacz was a little bigger than he was. But
His upgrades are really nice. 3, 2, 3.
I mean, if I was Dewalt, I would have GG'd probably 20 minutes ago. So that was game 4, right?
Was it?
Was that game 4 or game 3?
I think that was game 3.
Okay. It's just crazy, son.
Back to blindside.
We got the boy Toss and the boy Zerg shooting with sticks. Touch takes the series up 2-1.
You suck. Dark Knight 119. He's like, do you still have the same email address as you did when you were a teenager? Nike boy.
One of them, I don't use them. I don't use it still.
Is it active?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Landowner, you son of a bitch. You came and stole the fucking replay and left. I'm sorry.
Shit costs money. Hello, my friend. Good evening,
mine
sir,
was a
and
good email, though.
welcome. The awesome think quick.
There's a party in here, guys. Join the voice chat.
all right, everybody. Welcome to game number 4 of Dewalt versus Trutacz.
I couldn't see what the fucking
12 o'clock
warning message
position.
was.
The 12 o'clock position, we have the Black Protoss himself representing and IRK.
There you go, Minerals. You got some feedback. I don't know what they're talking about though. Oh, I see. Watch Dewalt's probe right here on the left. It's gonna travel up and then back down again.
Oh, this is when the trees were inside the mineral line. That's so
This
funny.
is, yep. So pay no attention to those trees.
I think
cut
they
them
used the
down and
previous version, right? You had the newer one out, but they might have not downloaded it and used the other one.
So from the version before, there was a gas expand. There's 2 half bases outside the natural, right? This one of the expansions was moved up into the higher ground. So it was moved. So if you look like above Trutouch's main, there's a mineral only now. It's on high ground. And so when I updated it, I moved over and didn't move the trees. So pay no attention, please.
Okay, so this is an older version of the map then?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a newer, older version. One of those.
Oh, okay. So this isn't the first version, but it's not the last version, the latest version you've made.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I've only seen this map like 2 or 3 times so far when you guys cast it, because usually this map is later in the evening, whenever I'm about ready for bed.
Well, I could swear when they played this last, the trees were on the outside.
Yeah, I know. I swear that's what it was. Didn't they just play this last night? Well, I mean, was it a different show match?
Like we just showed it. Yeah, they played on this.
Basically, what happened? Basically, what happened is I updated it and forgot to move the trees over a couple hexes, and so I updated it and sent it to them so they can play the newer version. And the trees were in the middle.
They might have mixed up the two. You know what I mean? They might have used the old one. So maybe. But
anyway, we see Trutacz running through the field with a handful of Zerglings. Dewalt with 1 cannon.
Oh, is he gonna bust?
Fighting. He's gonna be able to hold him back. Trutacz push through. Epic, son.
Golly, man, that was pro.
That, my friend, Mr. Ox, is why he is not the boy toss.
He's the man toss.
Yes, son.
I don't know. I thought Trutacz called him the boy toss.
Oh, and see this probe at the 12 o'clock. It went behind the minerals a little bit to mine, like because it skipped and went around. But they've done that with the older maps too. They just position their buildings to where they won't travel behind the.
The thing about me sponsoring these show matches is I'm testing these maps, and oftentimes I'm spending a lot of time working on them, and I haven't actually balanced out the minerals. So it takes Dewalt or Trutacz or Scan to complain about a mineral field.
Don't take what I'm saying out of context. I'm just I'm trying to figure out, because this is, like I said, this is like the 2nd or 3rd time that I've ever seen this map actually played. So I'm trying to figure out what do they mean by mining on this map is annoying.
I think those are really minor observations that most players have made.
Mineral pathing is actually like very, very, very complicated.
Oh yeah,
it's really
very
intense.
Precise. Yeah. Because if you look at some of the older maps and games that's played, like you'll notice like like back in the when I'm talking old, like before, Flash even came along. Like you notice, like Protoss players would like put a pylon in between certain gaps in their mineral lines because what had happened is that the worker to travel the next mineral patch would travel behind the minerals to get to that patch. Well, what they would do, like I think one of them is on actually Andromeda, maybe, is actually a map that might do that. But they put that pylon there so
Right.
it'll block that pathing, so they'll skip that mineral and go to the
Mhm.
next one instead of traveling back behind the minerals. So
that drone is just gonna
We
chill.
see the yeah, we see Trutacz. I was just looking at that drone, just looking at that thing. Nice,
It's not
right?
even there. I like the version of
Excellent scouting.
StarCraft Pato has. The hatcheries glow. I think it's a limited edition one or whatever.
No, it's you have to buy
you have to,
the.
You were telling me about it.
you pre-ordered it,
Right, and it's not available anymore, right?
right?
Right, but if you
See,
pre-ordered it, then
Yeah,
like
Pato.
you can see pre-ordered skins. You can see other people's stuff as pre-ordered, but you can't have it.
Well, that's just stupid.
Not all hatcheries look like that. You have to have the pre-order skin to have that.
See, and I swear I pre-ordered mine, and my Nexuses aren't like glowing and shit. Like,
Blizzard doesn't want the money, I guess.
Ripped off, son.
Offer for sale. Sure,
A couple Hydras coming to push the front. Society, nope.
Does he have range? He should, I think, right? So usually some Zergs will pump out a few of these Hydras and actually try to pick off that gateway and that forge, but especially that forge if they can.
He decided to get speed first.
I think he's got both. Let's see. We'll see here in just a sec when he's fighting these Corsairs.
Looks pretty. I don't know. I haven't seen range upgraded yet.
I wasn't paying attention, so I don't.
No, it's hard to tell. I mean, he wasn't hitting that forge, so I assumed that he didn't have range, right?
Now, one thing about that though is, since you know how some Protosses will kind of space their cannons back, maybe just half a space off their forge. When you have them up like that, I don't think there's a gap to where you can actually hit that forge without getting hit with the cannon, even with range. Or there's only like two or three Hydras will be the only thing that can actually fit there.
You got to hit it from a diagonal area, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dewalt going to push in with 7 Zealots, maybe not. 3 Corsairs running, getting some scouting vision of the main.
+1 finished up. And the Scourge is here to chase away the Sayers. I love watching Dewalt's Protoss, man. It's
I
just.
love watching Trutouch's Zerg. What do you think of that?
Do you?
Yeah. Because I heard
you're all Protoss, man.
Easy
Shut
race.
up.
Love how
Zerg
Trutacz
is
has overlords chasing the Zealots.
This is all click click, man. It's all click click.
Here come the Mutas to pick off those. Oh, or so you thought. Oh, these Sayers took a lot of hits. Oof. Oh, look at that storm.
Mutas are pretty bruised.
Oh yeah, man.
5 HP.
The fucked up language.
It's mature audiences.
fuck these guys then.
So sure. Looks like he's gonna go try to snipe some high Templars with these mutas.
Try again.
Boom! Boom!
There's a lot of space in the main base and the natural to build stuff.
Yeah, it's good for Protoss and Terran. For Zerg, you don't really need it, but there's enough space, like down here on the bottom, like to the left. There's still plenty of space there to not even have to worry about it. That extra gap on the okay. Oh, okay. So you actually this version's reduced. Weren't these minerals like closer to the middle, or was that an older version?
Where before, yeah.
Okay. So you moved.
Good memory.
I was wondering. I was like, there's a lot of gap behind the minerals, and it could benefit a Terran or Protoss. If Protoss wanted to put like carriers back there, Stargates, or a Terran just want to put his supply depots back there out of the way.
Mhm.
But
Also moved there's
it's better though.
There's a mineral only on top of the high ground now. Of the lower ground.
Look at these stairs get some action.
This Mito's running from a couple of Corsairs.
It's a nice Protoss force, but it's too many lurkers.
Back up.
This is not the place you want to be.
Waste those zealots. There you go. Oof, man, those mutas are taking some extra hits they don't want to take. Oh,
So I don't think I've seen him go mutas heavy.
Oh, they're dead. They're dead. All the mutas are dead. Oh, man, look at those hit points. 9 hit points, 7 hit points.
I love how no matter how
15.
much we play and watch this game, it's so hard to call who's gonna win.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
But they're low HP, all of them. So.
I know.
One Maelstrom and
Keeping them alive. That's the biggest job Zerg has right now. Keeping those mutas alive. Once he loses those mutas, he's in a lot of trouble. He's kind of keeping Protoss running around the map right now like this.
And you try to snipe high Templars, huh?
I really feel like if you're going to invest this much in Corsairs, you really need to get +1. I mean, that's a big deal. When you attack that fast, +1 is a huge deal.
We got a few. He lost what, 2 or 3 maybe?
Oh no, dude, he's probably made like, let's say he lost the first group, and then he rebuilt that group, and he's lost it. Now he's back to 3. I mean, he had to have built 15 Corsairs this game.
Oh, okay. Well,
And he's definitely built quite a few Mutalisks, right? That's not his first group,
Yeah.
is it?
No, he's probably built. Zerg has probably built close to 2 groups of Mutalisks, if not more.
don't you dare.
And Trutacz looks like you want to do some damage to the Muta. It's pretty bruised, though.
Well, that's why he's not stacking them at this point. He knows that if he gets caught, he can just run away. Oh, man. Oh, ha, 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 ha. And he still kept all of those alive except for 1.
His supply is right behind Dewalt. It's really impressive.
If he loses those mutas, though, he lost 1. If he loses those mutas, he loses 16 supply now.
They're stacking up those lurkers under the storm. Storm's doing a lot of damage. I don't know
Yeah.
if Trutacz is going to be able to hold the base. Doesn't look like it. It's a lot of blood.
Yeah. Too narrow to try to fight against Protoss with storms. He's taking a lot of hits from these lurkers, though, man. Look at this.
Still taking hits.
Yeah.
The Zerglings just evading the goons. I would say that damage was all necessary. But
picked off the observer, so that'll. Oh yeah, look at that. Oof, oof, oof.
I love how he's making a hatchery in Dewalt's backyard at 11 o'clock.
That I think so with the design of this map, there's 4 center bases to fight over. I think that base is actually, I'd consider that neutral. I mean, I don't know.
Blocks the Zerg in
What's
some ways, huh?
your opinion? Like, it could be Walt's base, it could be Trutouch's base, right?
And then Dewalt would come down to 5 o'clock, and I would.
It could go either way, you know, depending on how you set up.
Yeah. I guess I just meant it's close proximity with Dewalt, but it makes sense because he's got the left side of the map, and it just naturally leads up there. There's
Yeah,
a little.
when you don't take that kind of position though, it's harder to get these middle bases. So like, say he actually split the map in half, Dewalt could potentially have an easier time holding these side bases as well at the 3 and 6 or 3 and 9 o'clock. Look at this big attack coming in. Man, that's a lot of lurkers though. He can't go in here.
It's a lot of Sunkens.
Yeah, a lot of Sunkens, a lot of lurkers. I like this. I like this though.
There you go.
Sexy.
Yeah, it's really awesome watching how they set up the defense here. Walt deciding he cannot break sunken defense. It's not the fight he wants, and he backs off.
Mutas are going to grab Dewalt's expansion there, near 12.
12 o'clock. Not defending it. Mutas really getting their money's worth again. Now, Dewalt was able to cancel the base, the bottom right center, as well as defend his expansion he was just putting up. Trutacz in the top left, still getting that expansion up. Not getting any fighting back on that. Trutacz going to fight for this 9 o'clock expansion again. So it doesn't look like Walt's going to be able to push down that single ramp. Going to have to be pushing around. We see Dewalt's only on 1 fully mining, be 2 fully mining bases right now, if you want to call it that. While Trutacz is at 1, 2 fully mining bases. Hasn't quite fully saturated the top left. He is fully defending it, getting a bunch of creep colonies, pumpkins, and lurkers down. As well as taking the 9 o'clock. Looking like he wants to push up this big ramp. Storms are pushing him back.
Holding off Dewalt, expanding, keeping up with macro somewhat.
Dewalt single 1 Corsair running around with 4 kills on it. Keeping that high ground vision running through the blind area.
I love how you're following that 1 Corsair.
I mean, it's a good day to die, right?
Trutacz has
day
the
to
best
die.
phrases. It's a good day to die. The DTs.
Dewalt looking like he wants to take the top left center expansion, which might be really hard to take, seeing as Trutacz has 2 expansions really close, like you're right in between them. Dewalt going to push down this kind of small, narrow ramp. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to push down.
See, I love that Dewalt's throwing a random DT in here. I love that. It did so much damage.
It looks like it's doing a lot of damage. Actually, that High Templar is also pushing everyone from going down that ramp, but trying to pull back. Hasn't thrown down that center nexus. That might be necessary on his economy soon.
Yusa, can Trutacz get a compliment from you, man? He's held off so many Protoss
Do
armor.
what?
Bolt
No,
running
I mean,
to attack
I
the
thought
top.
you were a Zerg player too.
Those storms coming off
two
from
versus
Dewalt.
two I am.
Oh, just storming all of his zealots.
No, I like Trutacz. I do.
Yeah, so that little choke is hard for him to
Yeah,
penetrate.
that's what
Yeah,
she said.
I think there might have been there could have been a
Not-
little more
not any woman
focus
under
on
her.
handling your units
Mhm.
there, but
Ooh, look how many Templars are coming out. 7 of them. I think your mic's okay. It's not robotic.
Domo Origato Mineral Auto.
When's the STPL map competition final decision?
I think
Do
in
you
2
find
weeks. I think in a week or 2 weeks they're gonna have a tournament to decide, like a play testing tournament.
Are really good players selected, or
Oh yeah, it's all the STPL players, I'm pretty sure. And we see Dewalt just like running through the map with a parade of Protoss units. Trutacz looking like he wants to push him back a little, but doesn't have a really strong force in the top left expand. But
Mike.
Dewalt needs to expand really bad. Trutacz looking like he's not going to allow him to expand. And a
Oh,
big
look at
play
that.
coming off.
The Filer
Good
just
high
dodged
round
the storm.
position from Trutacz.
Yep.
Trutacz still has a handful of Zerlings and Lurkers in the middle of the map. Is Dewalt going to run right into them? One observer. Well, Trutacz. The storm pushing into the Lurkers.
Yo.
Who's gonna win this game?
Oh,
So close right now.
Trutacz taking out this left side expansion right here. Oh,
And Dewalt taps.
What do you think about that?
Oh,
taps out. He just couldn't break this. Like, I mean, look at his left side base, and then once he secured that top base, there's just no going anywhere from there.
2-2 tiebreaker
Trutacz.
coming up. Big
Trutacz.
shout out to Sexy Pato for observing.
Trutacz, the boy Zerg himself, defends his title against the boy toss, taking the series up to 2-2.
Pato's catching fire, man. The boy toss.
Taking the series to a tiebreaker.
Charmander.
You gotta stop using the barcode, man. Just stop it.
And that was a crazy game. I thought Dewalt was gonna come up and take that real quick, and Trutacz really held his ground.
Let's go. Where you at, Minerals? It's 2-2. Joining? These guys are getting impatient.
Oh, this is
Did you log off?
Hello?
he's still following that Corsair. Oh, he's around. Just give him a second.
There he is. All right.
I'm like 3 feet behind him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and Zerglings, the final round of Trutacz.
I'd rather be a boy than a Zergling. I love how he lags at the beginning of every game. Are you getting minerals?
All right.
3D printed? For you?
In top right position as the light blue Protoss representing Russia and the IRK. Boy tossed himself in the
Oh boy.
and in the bottom right in the azul color as the creepy Zerg representing Poland is Trutacz.
You have to have big balls to play Zerg. That's what I've heard.
bagel, chocolate, salty balls. Vigorously mining minerals, these drones swiftly turning around, gathering them resources. We see Dewalt going for an in-base play, not going for a fast expand.
If you
Cool.
cast like that, man, for a few years,
Interesting.
you'll blow up like Falcon did.
Interesting to see that a pylon in base right now. That doesn't seem to be the safest play as a Protoss player myself. I never in base. Knowing
Well, it's
something
not
goes
good on this map either because there's 2 ramps
Well,
going into your base.
I mean, that's a good point. This is the first game I think
I
we've
mean-
seen Dewalt not fast expand.
Dewalt steadily switching it up with that in base.
You'd have to use a few probes to block off the other ramp until you have enough zealots to block it off. You can block off a ramp with 2 zealots, or do you need 3?
Well, if you ever go in
Usually-
base like this, usually not even. What's
I
he doing?
mean,
Three,
you can
probably.
actually, if you build your gateway in front of or right behind the ramps, I mean, you can wall these ramps off with 2 barracks
Right.
and gateway.
Where's his money? Am I missing something, you guys?
What are you asking?
Where's his money at? He's only got 1 gateway.
Yeah, he's making a zealot unless your replay is broken.
Probes. He's massing probes.
Yeah, I know. Off 1 gate though.
This is a different build strategy, and we're about to see what comes about it.
He got supply blocked.
Who's eating the chips? And what kind of chips are you eating?
My bad.
No, you can eat chips. I'm just curious.
I just had my mic turned down towards my face. That's when I ate.
What kind of chips are you
Cheetos.
eating?
Cheetos with salsa, man.
Oh, that's good. Just the plain flavor?
Well, this is plain flavored chips, but this salsa is like some good
Mild?
shit.
Medium?
No, it's like shit you get at Sam's Club. It's actual salsa. It's not that. It's not that stuff you get like it's mild, medium, hot. What is it? Paco? What is that called, babe? That salsa I like, the mild, medium, or hot.
Call me babe.
Pace. Yeah, it's not like that shit. What's this stuff called?
Is this spicy?
And we see Trutacz
No,
running in
it's-
with 1 single circle.
It's called something. It's good salsa though. I'll tell you guys later.
The vision he's getting off with this single circling is crucial. Off this 1 gate expansion build. Scratching my head.
The
Looks like
Protoss
he seems to be pulling
probe
it up.
almost went around and snuck in. That's what I like these double ramps.
I do too. Now, I say this. I've said this a couple times, I believe, and I'm not sure if everybody was here whenever I said it. I love these maps, but God, I'd hate playing on them. I'm just not good enough. Like, I would crumble under the pressure of these maps. But like watching pro players or S-rank players play on these,
Like really easily
so
adapted,
much.
right?
So much fun.
So I want to point out that Dewalt is going for a Forge and Cybernetics Core wall at his natural, and he's going to block the Zerglings. I want to say something to what you're saying. So my maps, I want to try to make them where they play kind of standard, but also not like a simple.
You can't have both.
Get
Okay.
3 basics and attack, you know. I really want to go for the. I'm trying to go for that kit kind of unique play style, but also standard style. You know, this map is kind of like the idea behind like Andromeda, where you get the free base behind. But I didn't want to give it to you for free. That's why there's a temple in the way. You know, it takes a long time.
Indiana
And we
Jones.
see Dewalt going to attack the temple with a couple of zealots right now, and it takes a second for it to go down.
the Protoss Temple. I mean, when was the last time you saw a Protoss Temple?
Another thing about the double ramps is you can still wall this ramp normal with like 2 supply depots and a barracks. So technically, like if you put your gateway in the way, you can block your ramp with 2 zealots like you would. But you just wouldn't block the ramp, you'd block behind it where the gateway is, you know. So it's still, you can still play.
This was kind of a
Similar.
cool one gate build into expansion. I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever seen.
really interesting actually to see. Maybe actually he was going for a more of an economic build. He didn't want to run his probe all the way to his natural to throw his first pylon down.
Trutacz
And that
went
extra couple minerals, perhaps. Trutacz, yeah, it looks like Trutacz is trying to go for a bust here. 1 cannon, 2 cannons, I don't know. It's gonna be really close. A lot of zealots. Zealots will defend Zergling's easy, but will the Hydras take the cannons down?
Protoss like me would easily die to this.
With a gangster ass probe drill. Holy shit, son, where did that come from?
Probe
The only
gang.
way he was able to do that is because he had a Sayer out at Zerg.
Whoa!
Oh man.
That probe drill was crazy, but there's no cannons to fight behind this. The Zealots aren't going to do very well fighting against these Hydralisks, so it looks like the Hydras
Look at this.
are to do some work. The Zealots, but the Zealots are buying some time. The first cannon is finishing. There are a couple bruised Hydras. The second cannon is going to be finishing in soon. And probes and 1 cannon is going to fight these poor.
+1 to the finish. Nice.
Yeah, just in time.
Oh. +1 finishes. Cannon goes down. The Pro Bowl. Oh, it's so good. Is Trutacz gonna break it? Probes. Probes. Probes.
Look at these, man. He better bring some more,
Oh
though.
my God.
Oh,
Dewalt pushing it back.
save your
One
zealot.
Zealot's gonna go down.
Mm.
I mean, Dewalt definitely lost a really good handful of probes there. He had to lose 12 probes, right? So he's got to be a bit behind, but Touch
Still
hasn't
up.
been
He's got 27.
throwing enough himself.
Attacking with
And
wood
dude, yeah, Dewault's got five overlords already. Gonna get a 6th. Dewalt's defending his front as well as attacking Zerg, taking down 7 overlords total so far. Wow. Touch hold position, grabbing off that free zealot and a free pylon, it looks like. But
Not free
Trutacz
anymore.
low.
First match we've seen
Well,
Trutacz really play aggressively.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for an all-in kind of build here. It's not really droning up too much. 4 hatches down. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to break this. These 5 cannons and couple zealots are really holding it down. 1 cannon goes down. More hydras coming to reinforce. Probes coming out. Going back to mine. Trutacz, is he going to dive in again? Is he going to be able to grab 1 more cannon? Got 3 cannons to go. Probes, 1 zealot, 3 cannons, fighting off 5 hydras. What's gonna happen next?
I think he's grabbed over 10 overlords with the 2 Corsairs.
These Corsairs are doing massive damage.
Died already, but 10 to 12 overlords.
Yeah, I mean, Trutacz has, what, 2 overlords alive at this point?
Trutacz has just constantly been supply blocked this whole game. If he hadn't been supply blocked, he might have been able to make Hydralisks and been able to actually bust through this. I think the world has defended this, not only with his cannons, but with his 2 or 3 Corsairs. And Dewalt's sitting real comfortable, looking like he's gonna take his 3rd Nexus. Trutacz still hasn't really droned up very well. Throwing down the Spire. Get his overlords and his food count back up. Trutacz is all in. Didn't really pay off. Almost looking pretty set here.
Yeah.
Third Nexus going down. I think Trutacz was going for that snap, crackle, pop real quick, and he wasn't able to pull that off. And Toss is going to show the boy Zerg who is really the boss.
It's just impressive play, honestly. If you're the Protoss in that position, and you're not at the level these guys are, you're thinking, man, I'm so far behind. I've lost 20 plus probes. I've had to rebuild cannon after cannon after cannon. I've lost my forge. I've lost my cyber core.
Yeah.
You don't think that you're still in this game, but he's actually ahead.
At this level, Dewalt has to know that Trutacz is really spending all of his money on units rather than drones, and Dewalt really actually held that with his probes. If he didn't drill his probe like that, he might have been broken. The game might have been over.
Oh yeah,
Coming in with a couple Mutalisks, hitting the third base to take out this cannon, and that's a strong storm.
yeah.
Sturge taking down the first force there. He's just doing some good damage on these probes. We hit. Oh, waste beam. Oh, so bruised.
Making a Dark Archon.
Has he upgraded Maelstrom already?
Probably not yet. Maelstrom takes a bit to get your energy up, so your Dark Archon can finish, and you can wait a little bit before you start your upgrade, I'm pretty sure. Or you can start your upgrade right when the Dark Archon finishes.
So
and
Zerg,
Trutacz running around that Archon there, dodging another storm. The Archon hasn't got any hits off yet, and the Archon does look like it can run around the Nexus, so Trutacz is taking advantage of this, grabbing some probes.
Oh, that's tough.
Really exploiting the map there. Dewalt says, screw this, the Archon's going in the main. I have a Dark Archon with 90 energy.
Did he research?
Maelstrom must have finished because he hasn't started upgrading it yet, and it looks like he's getting ready to use it. Another good storm off there. What, another storm comes off. 100 energy.
Oh no!
Right in the middle of the ramp.
Oh, there we go.
And the storm.
Oh my god!
Jesus. Stress level over 9,000.
Nine muta kills. Here comes some more mutas, though.
I love it. So we're back.
More mutas coming in to do more damage.
Killing that
Getting
Dark
the Dark
Archon
Archon out.
So many pros, man.
Trutacz obviously exploiting the point of that on can't
This
get
Meta
through the
micro is
ramp.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Mutas are so bruised again.
Wow.
Takes the Nexus.
So Zerg is not going to take advantage of that little expansion, right? Because it doesn't have gas. Is that a feature of this map with Zerg players?
Yeah, it's.
I mean, since there's a temple there, they're not going to build there for free. And since there's not a gas, they probably don't even care.
And
Right.
they could easily just take, what is that, 12 or 6 o'clock, right?
If there wasn't a temple there,
balance.
they'd easily throw a hatchery there. Muta is still coming in, doing more work, hitting the probes, building that third Nexus again. Gonna Dragoon down. Dragoons don't do a lot of damage against Mutas.
Now, Trutacz has hit the Archon several times, has not taken one Archon hit with his group of Mutos. Really good control there. Even a couple more probes. Going for a cannon for some reason. Not sure if that's the best move. He's going to
So
be...
he can get in this probe line. Oh, but too many.
Try to surround his mutas.
Yeah, too many goons.
Seen any lurkers up yet? Looks like we're... Oh, and we got a DT and Trutacz main.
How did he sneak that in there without us noticing?
Yeah,
Oh, shuttle.
you got that shuttle there. The shuttle's got a high Templar in it as well. Oh my god!
Here we go!
Oh! He only got like
Man.
4 drones. That was a good dodge.
Lose his
But
pool.
Dark Templar's taking the pool down.
Oh, his overlord is so far away.
Oh, the slow moving overlord. Ooh.
But this gives him time though to get his expansion up. This is such good play from Dewalt. Trutacz has been pounding away at him all game. I mean, he's not come out of his base. He's not been able to. But he still finds time to do something else to exploit his opponent's weakness so he can have time to put up a couple cannons at his expansion over here.
And Trutacz running into the main of Dewalt. He'll be taking down more probe. Taking the storm.
Look at this Muta play, man. God, I'd have lost my fucking mind.
Dewalt decides to react by pushing against Trutacz. He's got a strong army. This is a lot of dragoons.
Yeah, and he's got no defenses, dude. He's no defenses.
Trutacz is kind of, I'm not going to say all in, but he doesn't have a lot of macro behind this.
He needs lurkers, man. Lurkers is the only thing that's going to stop this. And that's only because he doesn't have observers yet.
He doesn't have a pool. He can't even make wings.
Yeah, he can't make Duncans. Oh man.
Well, hitting the Santa Claus base, running right through it, looks like.
He's played so well this game too. They both have though, I guess, but man, Trutacz just, I loved his play.
Look at the Trutacz sending all his drones to bottom left. I'd be able to hold this off. Still has no lurkers.
Ah.
I mean, his mutas are doing a lot of damage too, right? So Dewalt's not mining out of his main.
Mutas are still doing a lot of damage, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Got a Muta with 6 kills, 4 kills, 2 kills, 5 kills.
One got killed.
Looks like he might be taking down this third Nexus or hitting it.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, yeah, he needs to. He has a use for this little base.
And another maelstrom! Woo!
It's only 3 mutas left though. Dude, Dewalt's almost broke.
It's close, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I can't tell who's gonna win this, and I forgot who won this.
And Dewalt pushing into Trutacz. Trutacz doesn't have enough army to fight this. Got a couple Sunkens. Okay, he's got some static defense.
Look at all those mutas going to Dewalt's main.
I know.
Man, this is just a slap battle back and forth. Trutacz doing work. Dewalt looking like he wants to do work. Whose work is gonna work the most? Find out on the next episode.
He's upgrading glands.
Yeah, these mutas are pretty bruised. Looks like
you know what? He
defended
made
the
2
pretty well.
pools.
Okay, he found this bottom left at least.
Trutacz made 1 pool in his main and 1 pool at his natural. I'm guessing.
If you make 2 pools, your Zerglings spawn faster.
Uh-oh. This might be the decisive blow, ladies and gentlemen.
All pushing in. Trutacz trying to hold it. Is he going to be able to hold it? Where are the storms?
That
Where are the
storm.
storms? It's a bloody
Need one
war.
more. There it is. I think
Oh,
that
no.
decides it.
The man
Oh, come on,
toss.
there's nothing there. He's just storming the creep.
Man toss is dwindling. The boy Zerg. Oh no! This is an upset. What is happening, ladies and gentlemen?
This honestly, this is kind of an upset. I did not think Dewalt was going to win this after I saw how broke he was.
I mean, Trutacz just did so much damage with those mutas. Constantly just thumping
know.
back and back and back, and he's still doing damage with mutas.
Those goddamn trees.
Trutacz.
Damn trees.
Oh, he saved his bottom left though.
Bottom left saved. Is Trutacz gonna hold? That's
He's
not very
gonna
many
hold against
sunkens.
this, so that's a lot of
That's a lot of
dragoons,
dragoons.
man.
It's gonna happen. If you storm the sunkens, they will die.
Yeah. Oh, storming the drones. Said, you fuck with my economy, I'll fuck with yours.
Coming down with the thunder, the man toss, dropping the hammer. Looks like he's gonna.
The mutas took out his
His only.
Trutacz taps out. Dewalt.
Oh, he got that right side base though.
pretty close.
It really was, man. That was so
Damn.
good.